Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will look at how to do merge in Power Query. We will look at how to do merge on single column and how to do merge on multiple columns. We will continue with our stocks data example. So we have two tabs in our Excel file. One is the summary tab and the second one is details tab. The summary tab only has the information on date, day and volume. Rest of information is available in details tab. We would like to get this information from the details tab for the columns open, high, low into the summary tab using Power Query merge. Let's open our Excel file where we would like to keep the query. Click on get data from file from Excel and select our file, which is merge example. Right, so check the radio button with the select multiple items option. Now you can select multiple tables or sheets in here. So click on both, click on transform data. Now that our both queries are loaded, we see that it's not picking up the header. So first thing we will do is we will fix the headers for both queries. With that done, right, so now click on merge queries from main tab. We have two options here, merge queries and merge queries as new. So if you want to update the query in place, then you will use merge queries, and if you want to create a new query, you will use the second option, which we'll use for our second example. Click on merge queries. This opens up a new merge window. The first section is the current table. So right here, this section is the current table, the one you have selected. We click on the empty drop-down box and you will see both tables in here. The current table we have selected has current in round brackets. We'll select the details here. So this gives a quick preview of the information contained in the table. Now you can see that the column we need to merge on is date column. They could have same name in both tables or different name. It doesn't really matter. So what you will do is, per case, we will use date column to merge. Click on date column in both queries and you can see that they get highlighted. So click here and then click here and you can see both columns are highlighted in green. In the join kind section, you have different options for merge. The most common is left outer, which is like a lookup equivalent in Excel. If you have table on left and table on the right, and you want to look up a value from left table, search in right table and return back in left table, that is left outer. There are many different types of joins available. Some of the joins have been added from SQL into Power Query. Link to further reading should show up on screen and video description. We will also skip the fuzzy options for now. Bottom of this page says that this selection matches 11 of 11 rows from first table, which means that both tables have similar values and we have a perfect merge. Click on OK and this returns the whole table. And if you click on one cell, so for example, if I click here, I can see that all of the column rows have been returned for their specific cell. Now click on the sign with two arrows facing opposite direction here. Here you can select the columns you want to return from the merge table. Let's keep the expand option selected as we want to return the details. Selecting the aggregate option will do the count of all of these columns, which we don't really want. Let's just return 3 columns. So I'm going to click on select all columns, so it deselects the column. I'm going to select open, high and low. We would ideally want to uncheck the option which says use original column name as prefix. We load with it selected, all of our return columns will have original table name as prefix. So let's test it with selected first. Click on OK and you can see that all of the columns have details expanded or prefix with all of the column names. Click on the gear icon here where it says default column prefix. I'm going to remove this and make it blank because I don't want the prefix. Prefix is usually helpful in cases where you have a lot of tables with similar column names and there are chances of confusion. For this one, we only have limited columns, so it's not really needed. So we can see that our merge has been performed successfully. So I'm going to click close and load to, and only create a connection for now. We can see connection has been created. Let's look at another example. So I'm going to open the Excel file. So our second example has a similar structure with a summary table and a details table. Summary table has invoice ID, city name and product line, and details tab has the same information for first 3 columns, but we have unit price, quantity and tax information as well. So we want to merge the price information back to summary table. Keep a note that the invoice numbers are being duplicated in each table, which means we can't merge simply on invoice number. So you can see 003 is occurring 3 times, 004 also 3 times, so on and so forth. We will need to merge based on 2 columns. We can merge on invoice ID and city column as this is a unique combination in each table. You can either create a key column inside of this table or inside Power Query, or you can merge directly on 2 columns in Power Query merge option. So let's do the merge without creating a key or concatenated column. Keep in mind that the details tab has a bit more information, so you can see the invoice number 24 and 36 is not appearing in the main table. The summary table has 25 rows and details table has 27 rows. So the details table has some extra information as well. So let's close this file and go ahead and load it in our merge query option. Get data from Excel from file and select the option here. Okay, since our data is in a table format, so now we have option to either load as table or load as Excel file or Excel worksheet. If you have a table option, then ideally it's better to load in as a table option. Click on transform data. To avoid the confusion, let's rename this as price underscore detail and summary as price underscore summary. Okay, so keep in mind that we are going to merge on invoice ID and city column. So let's try the second option where we can merge as new queries. So click on merge queries as new. And you can see that it has already selected one of the table, the active table in the first option. And in the second option, we can select the table we want this to merge with. So click on price detail. So we want to pick price detail and return it back to price summary table. Now holding control key, click on invoice ID and then city column, and you will see small 1 and 2 appear at the corner, showing the merge will happen on 2 columns. Let's do the same thing with price detail. Holding control, we are going to press on invoice ID and city column, and we have 1 and 2 here as well. We will leave the join kind as it is, and you can see that it says selection matches 24 of 24 rows from first table. So we have a perfect match. Click on OK, and our new query has been created. We can now expand the columns we need. So click on this icon where it has 2 arrows facing opposite direction. We don't want the prefix. We just want the selected column. So I'm going to click unit price, quantity, and text. Click on OK, and here we have it. We have the price information against each of the line as we wanted. Right, so we were able to merge on 2 columns successfully. Right, so that's it for this video. I hope you like the content. If you do, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you next time.